And right now, joining us on the show, presidential nominee candidate Donald J. Trump. Welcome to the show again, Donald. How you doing?
Hello, Chad. Nice to talk to you again.
It's a pleasure to have you on. You did a bang-up job in Raleigh yesterday. I was sitting right there, and I tell you, over 7,000 people at that event.
Right. We had an amazing event, and I'll tell you, North Carolina, you know, it's special. I'm in Charlotte. I have a tremendous job in Charlotte, and the people are just amazing. So, I know it very well, and the people, but that was a good time. I wish you would have come and said hello.
Well, we were just glad to be there. It was amazing. Governor McCrory, who's joining us later on the show, Dan Forest out
good
there.
Good guy.
I got to ask you. Look, you are successful because you've surrounded yourself with very bright folks. You didn't make bad business decisions, and if they were going a certain way, you just said, "The heck with it." So you've got to be looking. When I look at the states you're visiting, you're going into states that haven't voted for a Republican in decades. So what is your team telling you about some of these states? I mean, North Carolina is obviously looking pretty good, but when you're looking at some of these other states, what is your team telling you? Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, states like that.
Well, Michigan, as an example, I'll tell you, we went to last night. You probably followed the trail because it was about a trail of about 7 states in one day. But we went to New Hampshire last night.
Right.
It was an unbelievable crowd, and it was great. And we got out about 10 o'clock, and we're up in Michigan. We're leading Michigan. Now, Michigan hasn't been won by a Republican for decades. The last was Ronald Reagan.
Right.
But I also know they like me in Michigan because I've been telling Michigan, I was the man of the year in Michigan for a certain group. I was the man of the year about 5 or 6 years ago, and I was telling them about their car industry as being robbed. And everyone said, well, you're not really into that industry. I said, yeah, but I know what's happening, and it turned out to be exactly right. And we can bring it all back and, expand it and everything else. But Michigan is looking really strong. Minnesota, which hasn't been won in decades, is looking really strong. The Republicans are at a disadvantage, as you know, because, she starts off with, I think, 238. Her number is 238 before she even does anything. We are at a tremendous disadvantage, and we do have to pick off some of the states, and I think we're going to win Michigan. I think we're going to win. We have a real good shot at Wisconsin, as you're probably hearing. And, in addition to the North Carolina and that beautiful path, I hear we're doing really well, by the way, in North Carolina. I don't know. You could probably tell me better. But I'm hearing very, very good things about North Carolina.
Well, we do some polling with our company here at our studios and a polling company we have, and we're looking at that. And it's an interesting trend line because it does indicate better performance in early voting than most Republicans would ever do here. So it's kind of fascinating to watch.
I'm hearing good things, but let's hope. Let's hope.
It's going to be a long day. I mean, your pace has been unbelievable. I mean, Hillary Clinton in the state last night, midnight at NC State, where it'd be easy to draw young people there. John Bon Jovi, Lady Gaga still did not draw as many people as you drew at Dorton Arena yesterday.
That's right. I've drawn bigger crowds, and very interestingly, we had 31,000 people at 1 o'clock in the morning in Michigan. That's even impressive, let's face it. But 31,000, because, I just put that in at the end because she decided, because she's losing, she decided she was going to have to go to Michigan. She wasn't thrilled about it. And she went. And when she said she was going, I said, I'm going. So I left New Hampshire about 10 o'clock in the evening, and I went to Michigan. And I tell you, we had 31,000 people.
Wow.
It was incredible. So I don't know. I mean,
gotta get them to the polls.
That's got to say something.
What's your schedule like today? I mean, I don't know how you keep this pace. I don't know where you find time to sleep. This is kind of the personal side of this discussion is you're still – you don't seem like a normal human being, but you've got to sleep at some point in time. But you have been.
I do, and I got not too much last night. But
no doubt.
By the time I got out, let's see, it was about 1:30 in the morning that I got out. In fact, I actually said, usually you say voting starts in a day. I said, you can leave here, go to sleep for 2 hours, and get up and vote, right? But, no, I don't need too much sleep, which is a good thing because our country needs somebody that's got a lot of energy. That I can tell you. And, we talk about energy. It's very important in addition to other capabilities that you have to have. But today I'm going to have a little bit of a softer day. I'm going to watch a lot of things and see how we're doing. And I don't like, campaigning per se. I may go down to some phone centers that we have. We really have a very sophisticated operation. But the most important thing is not that. The most important thing is, do people want to vote for you? That you can have all the operation you want, but if people don't want to get on your buses, And I think that's what I'm hearing is happening with Hillary. They have a very expensive operation, but people have to want to get on the buses no matter what it is. So I don't know. I think we're going to do very well today.
No doubt. And, as you look, your family's been out there working hard, and
Right.
the surrogates have been out there. The people coordinating with our show have been wonderful to work with.
My family's been doing your show. Actually.
Yes, they have. They've been on the show.
Right.
I can't believe you actually knew that. That's pretty impressive.
No, I know. Well, you have a great reputation. In the area, I have friends in there, many friends, and they say you have a great show. Otherwise, I wouldn't really have too much time to do it. You understand that,
yeah.
right? We have to be a little bit careful. We can't just do anybody that calls in, but your show and your reputation is incredible.
Well,
and it's great to be with you again.
Well, we're not running for president. We're glad to have some time with you. Now, when you're looking ahead, that first 100 days, some of the announcements, people were saying Newt Gingrich, Rudy Giuliani. We've had Giuliani on the show. You're looking at these positions, like as Attorney General and Secretary of State.
Right.
Your transition team seems to be, just ready to go when you make it through this election.
Well, I think we have some great people. General Flynn has been great. General Kellogg has been great. We have some amazing people, and that's what we have to do. We cannot be politically correct when we're making these choices because we can't afford to be anymore. We have to make, really good choices. So we have a lot. I know Rudy Giuliani was there over the last couple of days. He was in North Carolina. He's been all over the place, and the people love him, especially the people that lived in New York when he saved it because
yes.
the city was in such bad shape. And so when he goes to places like North Carolina and different places, Florida, in particular Florida, they love him because people move down to Florida and they move to your area. I have some really good surrogates. There's no question about it.
Let me say this, and I want to give you the final word. On behalf of many people that won't get the opportunity to say this, thank you for running, because there's no way that was an easy thing for you, Melania, Laura, Eric, Donald Jr., the rest of your family, what you've been through. Some of the things said, done, that are absolutely not true about you. And
right.
You could have easily stayed in business and made lots more money, but doing this for the country, there was no easy task. So thank you for that. And then I'll let you close with what you'd like to tell our fine citizens here in North Carolina that are listening, and a few folks in other states as well. So I'll give you the final minute here. Make your case.
Well, thank you very much. And it's really about making America great again. That was my theme from day one, and it continues to be make America great again. And, when I made the announcement, we needed security. We needed border security, and I said that. And it was met with quite a bit of interest, to put it nicely, and now everyone says we're right. We need border security. We don't have borders. Drugs are pouring into our country. We have to do something with trade. We're losing $800 billion a year on trade deals with the rest of the world. $800 billion, we can't do that, and I'll fix that very easily. But we're going to fix our depleted military. We are going to take great care of our veterans who are being treated horribly. We're going to have those borders that I told you about. We're going to appoint the right judges, Supreme Court judges. We have to. We could be as many as 3. We're going to take care of our Second Amendment, which is under siege. There are so many things that we can do, and we're going to do them. And we're going to really be very special again, because right now you look at the Iran deal, which is so bad. You look at everything we do. We don't win anymore. We're going to start winning on trade. We're going to win at the border. We're going to win again. And education is always a top priority, but we're going to start winning again.
Presidential candidate Donald Trump, big election day 2016. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be a part of our show today, all right?
Thank you very much, Chad.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Much more to go.